Hi guys, and welcome to MFL Outdoors. And tonight, yeah, we're back on the foxes, but I'm going to look at a new bit of land this evening to be shown around there. So I won't actually be videoing that to start with. I want to have a look round. That's actually adjoining the land I already have for doing the fox control, so it's opened up a much wider area. I'll be using the Sako A7 Stainless in 243 cracking rifle. I'll also be using the DPT moderator and 95 grain SSTs. That's Hornady. So yeah, hopefully it should be a good night. We are forecast for rain, no surprise there, but we'll see how we get on anyhow. I'll come back to you when I'm setting up. Right, well, as you can see tonight I'm using my custom Sako A7 in 243. I'm using the DPT moderator, ThermTec Ares 2 650L thermal scope, and I'll be using Hornady 95 grain SSTs. Always shoots well in this rifle. I'm taking a lot of foxes with it as well, and as usual I'm using the Manbilly tripod, and this time I've got the Manbilly saddle mount as well. I'll put the full details of that in the video description, all the equipment that I'm using tonight, so you can browse that at your leisure. Anyhow, it's absolutely freezing here now. The wind's picked up, the sun's gone. In fact, I shall just show you. It's black. So I am expecting rain. If you're getting a lot of wind noise with the microphone, I apologise for that. It is blowing a hoolie here. So yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit of time up here, and then I'm going to make my way down into the bottom, into the valley. I think that's where most stuff will be tonight. We'll see if we can get a fox or two again. Right, well, I've made my way further down into the valley. It was just, the wind was horrendous up on the top. So I'm hoping the wind's going to calm down a bit. I'm hoping the rain's going to stay off, because we are forecast heavy rain. I hope that doesn't come about, but yeah, I've come down on the bottom. We'll have a look round down here and see if anything shows. If the wind calms down, then I'll probably head back up onto the top again once we finish down here. But we'll see how we get on anyhow. It's still light at the moment, so we'll just have to wait for darkness to come in. It's 6:15, so nights are getting lighter, thank goodness. Right, I think we'll get sorted out and settled in, and then sit and wait. I'll come back to you when we start scanning. Right, and we've got our first critter of the night, and that's a hare just grazing away down there by the plantation. Whilst I was sitting watching the hare, I could actually hear a red-legged partridge calling, which was really handy because I hadn't got my electronic caller with me tonight, and it was from where I could hear it, it was down from me, so it's spot on. If that brings a fox in, it would be in perfect range for me. Right, and that at the top is actually a fox. You can just see it just off the horizon, quite a long way off from where we are, and there's actually a road in between there, so it's not on our land and it's too far off. It might make its way down, either that. I think it's probably going to go straight over the top though, and head down that way, but we'll wait and see if something comes up our way. And we didn't have to wait too long, because that's actually a fox coming down the bank side, as I'm sure you can see. It's quite a way off again, on the other side of the plantation, and it's heading down. There's like a ravine at the bottom there, you can see. It's heading down towards that way and towards the wall. So we'll just have to wait and see what this one does. You can actually learn quite a lot from watching the foxes, and I spend a lot of my time actually doing that, although you don't see that on the videos. But you know, you get to learn what sort of lines they take, if it's a fox that's got it as its territory, if it's marking its territory down, and yeah, you learn a lot just by watching. It's not all about pulling the trigger, but it does help you when you need to get rid of problem foxes or when you've got too many on the land. And as you can see, that one's disappeared down the ravine. I actually think that's a dog fox. In fact, I dare bet it is. Just the size of it on the thermal. And you can see it's just marked its territory there, or marked an area. Yeah, I think this one's heading down. It's going to follow the plantation along to the wall and go over the wall and into the next field. It can also go down, further down into the valley there. I think that's where this one's heading. That's where they normally go anyhow. This is actually a different fox, and it's also coming down the same bank side, but it's following a slightly different route. So I have a feeling this one's actually nearer to me, and it's smaller. I dare bet this is the vixen, and this is one I want to take because she will chance to be pregnant, or she would be last year's and she stayed in the territory. Yep, this one's come down and it's actually following the tree line along towards me. So chances are I'm going to get a shot at this one. It's really windy though, so I'm going to have to wait till it gets close in. Okay, I've had to wait quite a while for this one to eventually make its way across, but it has done, and I've now switched over to the rifle scope. I'm going to see if I can get a shot on this one. Oh, I couldn't believe that. The wind actually blew the truck just as I pulled the trigger and the bullet went low. It's coming towards me though. Got it that time though with a neck shot. Right guys, it's bloody windy out there, but I'll see if I can find this one. As you can see, it's a lot of rushes, and I know it's quite a way down. I had the scope on full magnification, so you'll have to excuse the wind noise. Nothing I can do about it. We're somewhere down here. hard to find them in this. Where am I at? It's got to be around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Nice colour. Is it? Oops. Trying to do it with because I'm holding the camera with one hand. Yeah, it's a vixen. Right, we'll get her back up. Not a bad size. Right. It's deceiving when you're using a thermal. You think things are really close, but they're not, which is why it's so handy to have a laser rangefinder on. I didn't have the exact range, but I knew it was within 150 meters from the last time I ranged it, so I knew I could take the shot. Yeah, it's a nice walk at the truck. Right, I'm back in the truck out of that wind, and I'm going to have a scan round. Okay, going up the boundary wall, it looks like it's a fox, but it's actually a badger that's making his way up. He was on the opposite side and he came through the wall. In fact, I actually counted 6 badgers on that bank side. It's absolutely ridiculous that the government have protected these, because they cause as much damage, if not more, than what foxes do. And yet we can control the foxes, but we're not allowed to control the badgers. I think at least we should have some sort of open season where we can actually control these animals. I mean, I like to see badgers just like anyone else does, but in moderation, like everything else. And these animals absolutely decimate any ground nesting birds and their eggs. Okay, here we've got the dog fox. Well, I'm saying he's a dog fox because he's a hell of a size. Has returned. He was the one who went down the bankside at the very beginning before I shot the vixen. Now he's been stopping, sitting and sniffing the air and then moving along, but he's following her trail along the edge of the plantation. Now I'm hoping he's going to come up following the same track as her, and then I'll be able to get a shot at him as well. But I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a problem because we've got really strong winds at the moment and it started raining as well. Anyhow, we'll keep watch on him and see what he does, and hopefully he'll come up this way. Hazarding a guess, I would say that the vixen was this fox's daughter. They can stay in the territory and will help the dominant vixen look after the cubs once they're born. Young dog foxes, though, on the other hand, they'll be chased out of the territory once they're old enough. Yes, as I thought, he's starting to veer off away from where the vixen followed round the tree line, and he's heading up over. So I think he's probably lost her scent. Well, as you can see, he had lost her scent, and he carried on up along the track and then came out on the gateway where they normally come out, and now he's following across the fell. So it doesn't look like I'm going to see him for a while. Anyhow, I'm going to get sorted out, and I think it's about time to call it quits, because I don't think he's going to be back for a while. I'll probably have to come back for him on another night. Right guys, well that's it for me. I'm getting out of here. It's 9:33 and it's absolutely chucking it down now. It's blowing a force 10 hoolie. So I have a feeling that's why the dog fox didn't pick up the vixen scent to come up here. He's headed off over the fell. So yeah, you could see on the video footage on the thermal that he was definitely looking for her, but to no avail. I was hoping he'd come up here and follow her scent up so I could get a shot on him as well, but that wasn't to be, and he's gone on his way. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We got another one out and I'll be back again for him. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, it really does help, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye for now. Right, welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the foxing. I'm in the same location, just a little bit further down the track. It's blowing a force 10 gale, lovely sunshine, but freezing cold outside. I was going to do this first look at outside, but I've had to do it in the truck because it's so flipping windy. I'm sure you don't want to hear all the wind howling around. So, yeah, a company called GardePro have sent me their new trail cam. It's their top of the range as far as I'm aware. It's 4G, so I can actually view things from anywhere, basically live. And it also has built-in memory, built-in battery pack, so you can charge it. There's no buying batteries. And this one's actually called the GardePro X60 Pro Max. And as you can see, it's a well-built camera, really sturdy. I haven't put the antenna on yet. GardePro have actually sent me their solar panel that goes with this. I'm not putting that out today. I will do it another day when the weather gets a bit better. But the battery in this is going to last plenty for the time it's going to be out. I'm going to leave it out for a couple of weeks. We'll see what we get. You know, we should get some deer, foxes, badger, hopefully, and anything else that happens to be crawling around. So have a quick look at it. You see, it's fully waterproof, so it's perfectly okay to use outside. We have a colour screen, as you can see there. You've got all your controls there. There's the battery pack. You've got a USB-C slot just in there. Snaps together really well, as you heard. So really sturdy, I've got to say. It also has a place there where you can put it on a tripod if you need to. That's not something I need to do, and it also has a socket there for a 12-volt DC if you're so inclined to need that. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put that out. I've got a good spot for it, and I'm going to put a little bit of bait down so stuff hangs around and we can get some good footage hopefully. And we'll see how this one performs. I say really well made as far as I'm aware at the moment. Fully waterproof for outside. It's got a high resolution camera. It's got night vision mode as well, so we'll get day and night footage. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put out some dog biscuits out on the front, and then if we get any foxes or badgers kicking around, we should get some good footage from them. What I'll do is I'll put the specifications of the camera on screen now, And yeah, without further ado, let's get out there and get in those woods and put this camera up. So I'm going to have to go across. You think, how on earth? Oh, that wasn't good. There's been cattle on this land while we've had the really bad weather, and as you can see, it hasn't done it any good. You need to look for somewhere that's got activity, like here. You can see there's a hole there through the fence, but it actually looks like it's flooded a bit. We'll have a look. Stuff still might be going through. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera and everything over here, and then I'm going to go down a little bit. Never mind. I'll have to do. We'll give it a go anyhow. When you're setting up your camera, you need to look for somewhere where you've got a water source, or where you've got a natural game trail, something like that, or where you know there's something kicking around, basically, rather than just put it in any old random area, because you tend to find then you won't get anything. Right, these actually have password protection on them, which is really good. Okay, so as you can see there, we've got full battery. I'm just going to go into the menu. What we got there? Cellular's on. Activation code's okay. Cellular info okay. Mode. Right, I've got photo and video on. If something comes and it doesn't trick it at the video in time, then the photo will normally pick it up, so you'll know what's been through. Here I'm actually putting through a locking cable. These are really good, and I actually bought this separate. I think I got it on Amazon, but it keeps it secure. Right, now I've fed that through the padlock loop, and then taking it round the tree and taking it through the main body of the camera. As you'll have seen from my previous trail camera reviews, I always use this locking system when I put them out in the field. It makes them more secure, and the cameras are no good to anyone anyhow, because they're all password protected and on an account. Right, and as you can see, that's the camera fully set up, and everything's tucked in so it doesn't blow in front of the lens. Now all I've got to do is put some of the biscuits around the front. I've actually used dog biscuits, but you can use anything really. Actually, salmon oil or tuna, anything like that that's got a good smell to it. That'll also attract stuff, but it just keeps them in front of the camera so you can get a good picture on them. Right guys, well that's the camera set up and done. I've managed to get out the quagmire, battle the wind and get back into the truck. I've just checked it on my mobile phone. I had no problem connecting, went straight into live view. I can see exactly what it sees. So that's really good. I'm really pleased with that. There was no buffering or anything like that. And it's got a signal of 3 out of 5. So that'll do for now. As far as I'm aware, what it does, the SIM card that's in it, it basically looks amongst the networks for the best signal, and then it uses that network. That's as far as I'm aware anyhow. That's the way they have it set up. So yeah, all good there. Anyhow, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I've got another job to go to. So I'm going to stop somewhere, grab myself a quick bite to eat in the truck. I think I've got a piece of cheese quiche. You never know. I might be getting a Dairy Lee Dunker later on. Anyhow, thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll get some good footage. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. And we'll catch you on the next one. And we'll see how that footage gets on. Bye for now.